Also want to talk about what happens when you're selling your home or buying a home when it relates to the neighbors. And so I'll kind of lead with that and then get to our featured property before the break. But it's always interesting because when you are selling a home, you're selling a lifestyle and you're selling within a neighborhood that people are going to move into, and they're going to look at what's going on with other neighbors' homes. Buyers and sellers both have to worry about neighbors. From a seller's perspective, and I think also, Richard, from an insurance perspective, you got to worry about what the neighbors could or couldn't say to a prospective person about, hey, the house has been flooded, and that's an important part of you guys' cross-check processes to verify. Look, if you hear a neighbor said the house is flooded, look, is there a flood claim on it? Has there been an insurance claim?
Yeah, we've run into that problem a couple of times, and matter of fact, one of your team called us up one day to ask about a sinkhole on a particular property, because as they were showing the house, the neighbor came over and said something about hey, that house had a sinkhole a couple years back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was just a disgruntled neighbor or what the situation was, but we did as much research as we could do, and we couldn't find anything about it.
Yeah, you never know, and it's so funny that article brings it up, and it's like, if you're going to sell your home, make sure your neighbors like you.
Right.
Maybe go talk to them a little bit, take them out to dinner, bring them some food or something,
right.
Because all it takes is them planting a little seed about something bad, and oop, there went the sale, there went the buyer, they scared the buyer away.
That was a potentially a big one. Really could have killed that sale.
But I also think it's important for the buyers to check that out. I mean, it really is. They should say, they should go and talk to the neighbors. Hey, what's going on? What's the neighborhood like? Another thing I always recommend is going by the house late at night or in the evening. Taking the traffic routes. We get people that have buyer's remorse. They buy a house and they realize, oh man, I didn't realize it was this much of a commute. Now I want to sell it. I mean, hey, as a real estate agent, I'm really happy from that because then I get multiple deals out of the thing. No, but in reality, I'm not happy from it because I don't want the customer to make that mistake. But nonetheless, the neighbors can certainly shed some light on things. And I think as a seller, even if the neighbor could lie to them, and the buyer may never check it out. Make sure you have a good relationship with your neighbors, and also make sure you work out things with them regarding physical detriments of their home. If they're not mowing the yard, if they're not doing this, if they're not doing that. I mean, Mike, you've probably heard this before. You have somebody that loves a house, but they don't love everything that's around it.
Right, absolutely. I hear all the time, we love the house, but we drove around the neighborhood and the neighbors don't take care of their yards, or there's some, less than desirable people walking around.
Or cars, or there's homeless people.
Right,
there's,
exactly.
There's all kinds of issues that you could have in those situations. And you know what? You really can't finance repairs to neighbors' homes.
Right, exactly.
Can't lump that in your
Right.
book. There's no mortgage product for that.
No.
I mean, you guys do have the fixer-upper,
Right.
loans.
Right, but not for other people's properties.